Hey guys, Matt Cyrus here, and today Bailey's still not here, but he is here on Discord.
Spirit.
Yeah, he got sick, so he's staying away from me.
And he got shot too.
Yeah, don't worry about what he got shot by. It was a needle.
It's not for the reasons you think.
Are you making a drug reference?
No.
Are you sure you're not?
It's making a C-19 reference.
A C-19 reference?
Yeah.
What even is that?
COVID.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, we're back with Anime vs. Reality, part 2 of Season 2 of Promised Neverland. And we're starting off with episode number 5. So this episode is has a bit of an odd start. We start with a visual of like a whole bunch of limbs in tanks. It's like a whole bunch of like the same head. Did you notice that, Bailey?
Yeah, because excuse me. Because to me, I feel like they might be cloning some of the children, you know?
Ooh. Children cloning, huh?
Because, we got here talk about how they clone sheep for their meat.
Yeah.
So maybe they're cloning children for the meat.
Just imagine if, like, the human world and the demon world was actually working together just to keep the farms running.
Yeah.
That'd be sick, wouldn't it?
Both literally and figuratively.
So yeah, then we just see some demons just chatting it up in the town. So yeah, there's like demon towns. Like, the demon world and the human world are very similar at this point now, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like, how can we tell the difference at this point? But yeah, it's like, so we come across, like, we're following two demons talking about the farms being attacked. And, like, demons are stealing children for food. And that sort of explains why we have those tanks that we see at the very start of the episode with their heads and the other limbs. But no torso, surprisingly.
Because, like, some of the good meat goes to the higher ups, and the poor peasants, they get the
hands,
fingernails,
the feet,
and all that. Testicles, maybe.
Then we cut away from these two to 4 kid-sized demons, and they're like walking up towards an abandoned temple. Where we see like some of the kids, the escapee kids, writing down notes and stuff like that. And I just want to note, I actually looked up all the different plants that they've written down, which is like mugwort, burnet, grass, solandine, St. John's wort, and Japanese ginseng. They're all actual plants that are actually used for medical purposes. Also, like, the fact that all of those, plus whatever else, is somehow growing in the demon world without mutations, because demon world and the human world have to have different dirt compositions, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
It's like, how can things be so similar and yet so different? Like, it doesn't make sense.
It's weird.
Anyways, two lookouts of the kids, like, ring a little bell that they've hung up on a string to hide from approaching demons.
Mm.
And then but we find out that these demons are Emma, Ray, Don, and Gilda. They've gotten some food. I don't know why they have to go through the town in disguise because they're just doing hunting.
Yeah.
Like,
Humans in disguise.
wouldn't it be better to go around the outside of the city? Like, like, where's the logic in going through the place where you could easily be smelt out and attacked?
Well, they can't go over it. They can't go under it. They have to go through it.
Yeah. They
Like
can
the
go
sun.
around it, though. You've got about around it. They can go around.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they didn't get much food from their hunting trip. I thought they actually just got food at the shops somehow, but nah. Uh, but they, but apparently nothing is funnier than a grumbling stomach. Kids, man, I never get them.
Yeah. Demon spawn.
Huh?
Demon spawn.
That's what you are.
You call it. I wish.
No, that's what these kids are. Just imagine if it was demons getting the mums pregnant.
Ugh.
Yeah. Indeed. Just imagine if they did that just because it's like, we need to get food somehow. Let's
Yeah.
wait. That's just the plot. It's a more complicated plot of the Rick and Morty episode.
Which one was that?
The ABCs of Beth. Remember
Oh,
that? Yeah.
yeah.
It's just a more complex version of that if what I'm saying is true.
And less ancestral.
Huh?
And less ancestral.
No, it would still be just as ancestral.
No. I meant that this, Promised Neverland, is less ancestral than
Oh,
the
yeah.
ABCs of Beth.
Yeah. That's only if what I'm saying is true, though. Anyways, getting back to the kids, after dinner, Emma's like, I'm gonna get us some good food. And, later on, there's, a discussion, we got, the main, the leaders of the group discussing what to do about their situation, where should they go and all that. And they bring up the possibility of going out to D100 to try and escape the demon world. Although that planet's going to be nixed in the future, isn't it?
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Not as sure as Emma though, because she seems to be cracking a bit. She's doing the classic crazy talk to yourself thing.
Yeah, like Coraline.
And Coraline,
No, she's pulling a Fight Club.
yeah. But her version is just she's just talking to herself about everything she's had to do to have all the kids survive to where they are now.
Yeah.
And she's sort of annoyed with herself for having to do that sort of stuff. She's angry at herself for saving the kids.
Yeah.
Which is very ironic, isn't it? Because it's the situation of all the kids now worry about her safety. And Ray's like, okay.
Beauty in numbers.
Hmm?
Safety in numbers.
Yeah. But also trouble in paradise sometimes. So yeah, Ray's like, yeah, I'm alive because you saved me. I'm like, I
Yeah.
have to make sure I mention it was actually Norman's plan in the first place, technically speaking, because Emma's just the one that put it in action.
Yeah.
So I love how little credit Norman and Sister Crone get throughout like after they disappear for a bit. Like Sister Crone's dead, but she gave Norman the pen and the key that allowed Emma and Ray to escape after Norman was taken away.
She lives on in the pen.
Yeah. Anyways, later on, so like, Tom and Lennon were listening in on the leaders because they're usually the ones that are the lookouts, and they want to join like Emma and Ray and all the older kids in hunting some food. And that like they're so dedicated to it. They're like, we even made like our own masks, and we've taken measures to mask our own scent. It's like they really want to help, don't they?
Yeah.
Which is going to be a bad choice. So, but yeah, all of a sudden, like the bell rings again, and this time an actual demon shows up. But they don't really hide from him because they figured out he's blind. So they can literally stand right in front of him and not do anything, and he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like
hmm?
the clickers in The Last of Us. They're blind, but they use echolocation. They move up sound.
Yeah. Well, this demon can work off sound and smell.
Yeah.
So you want to be careful around this demon, at least. So yeah, the demon's like going up to the altar with like a basket of apples. They're not really like apples. It's like they look like apples. Again, it's like that weird situation of like, it looks like an apple, but it's mutated.
You say that because instead of mutated, I think you mean gone off.
No, I say mutated because it's got like bumps on it.
Yeah, I know. I was making a joke.
Oh, get your cough
When an
out of
app,
here then.
when an apple doesn't look right, it goes off. If it doesn't look right, then it must mean it's gone off.
But yeah, Emma all of a sudden is like steps forward to help the demon with the apples. She literally like puts the apples in the basket and hands it to the demon. It's like, why,
What are
Emma?
you thinking,
Why?
child?
Huh?
It's like, what are you thinking, child? You're trying to stay incognito. Don't risk yourself.
Yeah, that's basically what Gilda says after that incident. It's like, why did you do that? To be honest, sometimes I will never understand what Emma does.
That's like Norman said, that's her weakness. She's too compassionate.
Yeah, that's actually correct. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, call back to season one.
Oh, we're doing a lot of callbacks to season one,
Yeah.
but we also. It's like a sort of good thing the kids actually stuck around because we find out that the demons will degenerate over time.
Because
They
they
need
can't
human
survive.
brains.
They need that brain tissue.
Do you like what I wrote?
Oh, you're a funny fucker, aren't
Human brain food snacks. Yeah,
you?
we had some deep fried brain. I wonder
What
what
do
a
they
human
drink?
brain would taste like.
I imagine to them that it's kind of like a smoothie.
Ooh.
You know, blend it up.
But yeah, I like for the conversation they have. It's like we haven't talked to a demon for 6 months. I'm like we've been avoiding demons, and then like, but now we're talking to one. I'm like, in the moment, I was like, you're forgetting about Sanju and Yujika, who literally helped you escape your pursuers. I'm like,
But I guess they see them as friends and not demons.
yeah, because it's like they do bring them up in the conversation, but I'm like, it's still just like, bruh, did you not see two demons fucking help you? Part of my mouth, and part of my French there. Anyways, so we go back to the two demons that we saw at the beginning of the episode, and they're like looking over their little sisters. Like one of them has like a third hand sprouting from her head. It's like it's actually a really interesting detail that degeneration in terms of the show is like extra limbs. Because like degeneration is like sort of similar to the word decay.
Yeah.
So you would expect more like a loss of mass.
Or
No.
it's kind of like, you know, in those movies where a person gets hit with toxic waste and they become a mutant.
Yeah.
Like the old comic books and that.
It's still interesting how it's like they sort of go that route when it comes to degeneration.
Yeah.
And like one of the demons brings up, hey, those kids are still like out there somewhere. Imagine if we caught them, and we'd be set for a while.
Because how long? Because obviously they have to eat the brain, but like
I,
does it? How long does it work? Like, does it depend if you eat the whole brain? You get a lot of time.
I don't know. We don't really get the show doesn't delve into that much. It's more focused on demon hierarchy. You want to take the next note, Bailey?
Um, One of the demons. Yeah, we read that. Heard the Gracefield escapees. Toma and Lanyon invent the sport of gooey, catching for getting or the gooey for dinner.
Yeah.
They also figure a way for the older kids to have something to eat, which requires them to go into town to grab one of the ingredients.
Uh-oh.
T- Toma and Lanyon get this. Why does Lanyon? I don't know. Lanyon just makes me think of Game of Thrones for some reason. So
uh,
Toma and Lanyon get distracted by a demon girl carrying a tank of limbs and get knocked over by the two demons from the beginning.
what a shock.
It's all coming full circle now. They realize they have found the kids of Gracefield and chase after them. Emma and Ray lure the demons away so the kids with them can get back to the hideout. However, another demon seems to be following them, and he's picking up wind. You know, he's
Yeah.
soaring over the rooftops. So Emma and Ray somehow get to the roofs of the building and do some Naruto running away from the demons.
I'm like, I have
They,
to call out the Naruto running there. Because it's
mm,
so much like what you would see in Naruto. And I have not seen a
they
single
ma-
episode of Naruto.
and how do you know it's from Naruto?
Because it's literally in the name of the term. Naruto running.
Okay. They manage to give both demons a slip by climbing onto a roof after turning a corner. All of a sudden, more demons surround them, and one of them takes out a knife to gut both of the demons, dooming their little sisters to going wild.
Yep.
Turns out one of the demons is Norman. Norman.
Yeah, one of the demons is actually Norman. He is alive. Which is probably the biggest shock of the whole season.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw him either. I was like, what?
Did you have to do a double take there?
Yeah, I thought it might be a trap, to be honest.
No, it's
I
actually
wasn't,
Norman.
yeah, because I was thinking to myself, is it really Norman? Because it said before the demons gain the height and composition of the humans they eat.
Really? I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
it was a while ago it was said, so I was like, maybe this is happening, or maybe I've misinterpreted what it meant, but that just got me
Yeah, it's
thinking.
just like they gain characteristics of the person, not
Yeah.
appearance.
Yeah, I'm probably mixing it up then. That's why I'm confused.
Mm.
So that's the end of episode 5. Now there is a 5.5, but that's
Uh,
just
it is
a quick
all recap.
recap.
All
So we're gonna
recap.
ignore, so we're gonna ignore that and go to episode 6.
Yeah,
The
and
episode opened.
oh,
Sorry, what?
sorry. I was about to
What were you
read
gonna say?
myself.
All right, you want me to read?
You go for it.
All right. So the episode opens with Emma crying and hugging Norman, wondering how he's still alive. Norman explains that he was sent to another farm and he escaped it. Ray slaps Norman, then hugs Ray, crying and saying he's glad he's alive.
Yeah, I love that. I love how Ray's first reaction is just slap.
And that got me thinking of Mass Effect 3.
Really?
Yeah, because there's this character you can romance in Mass Effect 2, Jack. And when you
Yeah.
see her again, the third one, she just punches you in the face and then kisses you. It's like, oh, okay.
Bow chicka wow wow. Am I right?
Yeah, kind of had it coming. But anyways, Norman is taken to see the other kids and they all hug him. Gilda asks Norman where he's been, and Norman shows her a tattoo on his chest. He was
More
at
tattoos, huh?
he was at Lambda 7214, and I assume that different farms have different tattoos.
No, but this was still at Gracefield.
Yeah, but it's like a different farm, so I assume there's like different
Unless it was a different
branding.
location altogether.
Yeah.
That seems like it's the more likely answer, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so the place he's sent to is a testing site for children. The children were subjugated to experiments by both humans and demons in order to mass produce more diverse, high grade meat. This caused
it's like I'm trying to think what uh it's like Resident Evil in a way. With all the
where they're trying to produce high grade zombies.
yeah.
God, have you seen that Netflix?
No, no, no,
Resident
no,
Evil.
no, 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 nope, nope, nope.
Yeah,
We'll
I've
never watch
seen
it.
the clips. Yeah, don't. It's already been cancelled.
Yes, good, good.
All right. This so the diverse high grade meat. As I was saying. The children subjected to the experiments. What the experiments caused the children to have irregular growth in their muscles, nervous system, and senses. Not all of them, just some of them. And after hearing this, Ray understands how a human was able to kill a demon in the previous
Like
episode.
literally gutting them alive.
Yeah. Norman goes on to explain that with the help of Minerva, he destroyed Lambda and freed the other children. This supporter calls himself Smee, and he was the one who gave Sister Crone her pen back in season 1, though sadly he was killed.
I
Now
I thought
Norman,
Sister
being
Crone in season 1, it was on the floor and she picked it up.
well,
I'm pretty sure
that's
that's
what,
what it was. So
unless either I've got it wrong or it's been retconned.
that's a silly thing to retcon though, because it was on the floor. Like Sister Crone just saw it on the floor and she picked it up and kept it. Like Smee had nothing to do with it. Anyway, continue on.
Now Norman, being the whiz kid he is, developed a drug using the experimental data in Lambda, which will cause the demons to degenerate mentally, which means they'll lose their intelligence and never recover it. We also learn from Norman that demons take on different forms, appearances, and abilities based on what they eat.
So this is what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Where you're questioning if Norman was a demon?
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
just don't think that's a thing.
yeah.
It'd be a very dumb thing to introduce so late.
Oh, that was in the subtitles. So the next day, Norman tells Emma and Ray he's heading back to town, but gives them a piece of paper which tells them where he'll be. Later at night, Emma and Ray are talking about Norman's plan, and Emma tells him she doesn't want to go through with Norman's plan, as
Yeah.
she learned that the Ore demons are child-eating monsters like Majika. Besides, Majika and Sonju have managed to maintain their intelligence and haven't eaten humans, so Emma thinks that it may be possible for humans and demons to coexist, but Ray isn't so sure.
Yeah, like Ray's going on about like how like demons and humans living together are impossible. But as we'll see, it's not.
The next day, Emma and Ray go to see Norman, but he isn't where he said he'd be. Three humans show up, two guys and a girl, and tell Emma and Ray that Norman isn't here at the moment, but they can wait for him inside the house.
Yeah, so
I
like
cannot for
Norman's
the
doing like some sort of hunting thing or something like that. She's just
yeah,
out
I
of the
cannot for the
house.
life
Mhm.
yeah, I cannot for the life of me remember their names.
So there was Barbara. There's Sislo, uh, Sazzy, and Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent, I remember Vincent.
Yeah, it's pretty
Uh,
hard to forget someone that has quad sections of. If you cut the stitches, it would just open up like a flower.
yeah.
Ugh.
Yes. As Emma and Ray get to know these people, they learn that they're a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but with good reason.
Cocoa
The
Puffs. Wait, what?
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Haven't you heard that saying?
No, not really.
It's when someone sees Cocoa Puffs, oh, they go insane. I love Cocoa Puffs. But yeah, anyway, the girl, Barbara, is eating a big piece of mutton that came from a demon.
Like they
One of
killed
the
the
guys
demon
is also,
and cooked it.
yeah, one of the guys is awestruck about what Norman is planning, and he has a weird look on his face. We also learn that Norman is different from how these three talk about him. They describe him as serious, winter, and emperor.
Which does surprise Emma and Ray when they say Emperor.
Yeah. Norman shows up later with a drug to use against the demons, and Emma and Ray tell him it won't work against all demons as some refuse to eat humans. Norman asks where they heard all this, and they mention Majika, and Norman can't believe that the, quote, evil-blooded girl is still alive.
Why is she evil blooded though?
I don't know, that's just what
She's
he
like the
said.
one person that can save the demons.
People are always afraid of what they don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand you, so should I be afraid of you?
No,
Or are you safe?
Yeah.
You sure you're not a demon?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Anyways, episode 7, we open with Norman explaining that he knows of Majika and the fact that he knows of Majika and Sanju, but he hasn't met them personally. Her existence has been around for 700 years.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah. So she's at least 700 years old.
Maybe older.
Yeah, like she first appeared as a savior in a starving town and like gave them like the power to not degenerate through her blood. It was like all they needed was a little, and the demon would have the same composition as her, basically meaning they cannot degenerate. I noticed you wrote it as human, but she only shares it with the demons.
Yeah, that might have been my bad.
Yeah.
I might have been thinking the humans are turning into demons or something.
I don't think that really happens. Anyway, let's do a little bit of a skipping. Norman wants to find Majika and kill her. And like also Sanju, because like he's like Sanju's Majika's protector. And Emma's like, no, I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to kill my friends. So she's like, we'll make you a compromise. If we can find them in 5 days, you don't go through with the plan.
Originally it was 10 days and 3 days, but they settled on 5.
Yeah. She like brings out the pen and it's like, we can escape through D100. And then Norman pulls out his pen and he's like, no, you can't use that location. All the gates have been destroyed except for one. And guess where it is, everybody? It's back at Gracefield. Oh, of course it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Because nothing can ever be simple in the outside world.
Nothing can be simple ever for these kids.
Yeah.
So they've managed to come to the agreement of 5 days. Like, Emma and Ray go back to the other kids and they're like, we've got to find Sanju and Majika. And because if they don't, the town will be destroyed. So like, Norman, in the meanwhile, has gone underground to where they have a giant demon kept for experimentation. And so he's like, Barbara, Sisler, and Vincent are all down there. And they've, like, no one tells them that he made the deal with Emma and Ray. And Barbara gets angry because, like, why would he do that sort of thing? And then all of a sudden she gets like a seizure. It's not really a seizure, it's more like a piercing headache sort of seizure. And it's like, this is what the demons did to us, is what she says.
Still has the word Caesar in it. Seizure. Caesar.
Seizure.
Seizure salad.
It's the salad that gives you a seizure.
Why? Because F you, that's why. Come buy it now.
Yeah, but yeah. So like, we find out that all the Lambda kids don't have much time left. Like they're going to die
But they're
unless
gonna
we do
go
something.
out on their own terms.
And they're like, Norman, are you not going to go through with the plan? But Norman's like, no, we are going to go through with the plan. And like, we're just going to ignore the deal and just do it ourselves anyway.
It's like, God damn it, you goddamn Judas.
Hey,
What,
he's the
what?
same as the tech kid from Dead Man Wonderland now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Just can't remember his name.
Anyways, so we see Norman sitting by himself when he also gets a seizure, like the others do, and he's coughing up blood. And to wrap up episode 7, we get a flashback to what we saw at when Norman was taken to the gate and all that. It was like directed to the room. I appreciate the fact that you say that it's a demon.
What do you mean? You'd appreciate
Like,
the fact.
because like you don't in at the end of episode 7 you don't know if it's a demon or a human. So
Yeah.
it's like demon is the most appropriate answer to say in this situation.
Okay.
Anyway, back to Emma and Ray, and like Emma and Ray's going back to all the other kids and they're telling them what's going on. So and like Gilda and Don join them on the search for their demon friends. And conveniently, they are going to be nearby because it's bird season in the area that they're in. It's a good thing. Who was it that mentioned that fact? Knew that?
The little kids.
I forget which little kid says that though.
I think it was Lanian.
Hmm. Anyways, that's that is the shortest notes I've ever seen. By the way, Bailey, for episode 7.
Well, you said keep them short.
Sure, like 1 page worth.
Short and sweet.
Anyways, you want to take the first note for episode 8?
Well, the episode opens where it ended with Norman. We see that it wasn't a demon, but a man he was looking horrified at. His name is Peter Rattray, but I prefer Rattray. Anyway, Rattray has Norman become his assistant, and he is whisked away to Lambda 7214.
It's not assistant.
Well, that's what he says to him.
Yeah. Like, he's got bigger problems to try and solve now. And I'm not saying escape. I'm saying, like, actual problems.
Literally problems. And those problems are math.
Yeah. So I think this whole Lambda thing is actually very new. And, like, Norman's the first one of this. Like, one of the first few people of this new experimentation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, the scientists are very shocked that Norman is so smart.
It's over 9,000.
Like, he literally hasn't got a math question wrong.
and he's been there for what, like a few weeks
Yeah,
or a few days? It's something.
like they're still waiting for him to mess up. So yeah, we find out Ratchet's like, we actually have a genius, like the first ever genius since the farms got established, and like part of Ratchet's plan is to control the children of all the farms. Like he wants to basically be the one to rule them all.
Yeah, it's like you've played Fallout, right?
No,
But you know what the vaults are?
no.
Well,
Oh yeah,
basically,
like the giant vaults that you can find.
yeah, because basically they weren't built to house people from the
Radiation.
atomic war. No, they were just used as experiments. And
Mm.
um, and there's one Vault Zero, and that's just if I'm remembering it right, it's just one guy, and he overlooks all the other vaults.
Of course.
Yeah, like one of them, I just love, and this is an actual vault in the game. It's like Vault 69. It's one man and 999 women.
He would have
And
too
Vault's
much pleasure.
no, but wait, there's Vault 68 with one woman and 999 men.
Nah, it should have been 96.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. The
There's
reverse.
also one where a guy, last one, then we'll get back to this. There's one where a guy gets locked in a vault with hand puppets, and he goes insane. He starts talking to the hand puppets.
Does he start jerking himself off with hand puppets?
No, one of the hand puppets becomes a serial killer,
And what
and when
happens
he's
then?
led out to the wasteland, the hand puppet's the one in charge.
Okay.
Okay. Um.
Anyway,
So one of the scientists doesn't like his plan to control the children. By the way.
yeah.
I don't think we find out his name, but we might learn it later on.
Mm.
So anyway, when Norman prepares to take more tests, he sees that the futuristic box cutter pen he uses isn't on his left, but his right. Norman realizes that someone else must be taking tests at a different time than him, so he figures out a way to communicate by hiding nodes in this
Yeah.
5-cube
I,
Rubik's thing.
I got a Rubik's Cube here. It's way bigger than this.
God, yeah, that's a big ass Rubik's cube.
Yeah. Just imagine trying to solve that in 5 seconds.
That's impossible.
Well, have you
Yeah,
seen speed solves of Rubik's Cubes?
yeah, I meant like it's impossible for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he figures out a way to communicate by hiding nodes in the Rubik's cube, which works. And the two get to talking, and the person he's talking to is one of the humans from before. The
Vincent.
one of them, yeah, Vincent, who Emma and Ray met.
He's the the quad
The one with the
sculpt.
stitches in the head.
The quad sculpt person.
Yeah. So we later on we see this is when Norman's being escorted to and from his room.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of other people who are being experimented on.
Yeah.
I see like a dead cat, but it might be a plush toy. And there are
We
some
do see
babies.
Barbara chained up to the wall at one point.
Yeah. That might have been a quick
Yeah, it was a
look
quick glance
miss
sort of
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
And I think we see a character with white hair. I think that's actually it's not Sissy, but I think it's actually Sazzy. Because he's like, why would they show it if it's not a character that we know? Does that make sense?
Maybe he's yeah.
Because we do, like, says he wears a bag over his head the whole time. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, so the humans are experimented on, like where was I? Sorry. There are these babies in these weird incubator machines. They look a lot like the ones from the Matrix, the pods that the humans are kept in to serve as batteries for the machine in his room.
I think what they're doing, though, is they're, like,
Batteries for the
growing
machine, sorry.
humans.
Yeah. In his room, Norman vows to keep living with what little time he has left. He coughs up blood like he did in the previous episode. This kids is why you don't smoke.
No, this is why you don't do drugs. Because the drugs are the problem this time, not the smoke.
Yeah. So Norman plans to escape and needs parts to build a bomb, but he can't do it alone and has Vincent help him. Norman gets the explosives needed while Vincent gets the parts to make a detonator and sneaks them in the Rubik's Cube, I believe.
Hold on.
Uh,
I just have a question. What did he use as the explosive?
I don't know, but I think one of the chess pieces was a detonator.
Yeah. Yeah,
The bishop or
definitely was.
yeah, so
yeah, like, the bomb is made and it gets blown up. Like, they managed to blow up the place.
yeah.
Which is impressive. And very
Yeah.
different to what Norman does in season 1.
So Norman and Vincent run into the other two humans who meet Emma and Ray earlier and free them. In the present,
Also,
that
you
was
forgot about the
Barbara
scientist that
and-
gave Norman a pen.
Sorry, yeah.
I
The
think that's
scientist
Smee.
who- It's me?
Yeah. I think that's supposed to be Smee that gives the pen. Because he was, like, Norman earlier said that Smee gave him a pen. Obviously, like, he's lying about the part where someone helped him. Like, the scientist helped him. But he did get a pen from a scientist. Unless he's making up the name Smee for no reason. Like, like Norman, in the space of a year, has just become a compulsive liar. Although, he sort of was already that, wasn't he? Anyway, keep going.
Okay, so, in the present, Emma, Ray, Gilda, and Don are trying to track down Mujika and Sonju. A day has already passed and they can't find them. The gang eventually find footprints that belong to Mujika's horse and follow them.
Well, it's Sonju's horse, but yeah.
Sonju's horse, sorry. The big-ass demon with 12 eyes and 4 legs starts to follow them.
So that's the same demon that they got attacked by, like, the same type of demon that killed the pursuers, the same type of demon that almost killed Ray before it got decapitated.
Yeah. So Norman is standing on the cliff looking out into the distance. He knows Emma and Ray's hearts are in the right place but will not falter from his goal. Then mentions he will gladly become a god or devil. Ominous.
I think you misspelled ominous. I feel like you...
Omnious.
No. It looks like
yeah,
O
I feel like I
minus.
misspelled it too.
It looks like O minus.
So how you...
Yeah.
Maybe I was misspelled it. Alright. So, the big-ass demon finds and attacks the gang. Emma serves as a distraction to lure the demon away. Mujika and Sonju hear the big-ass demon roaring, and Mujika spots an amulet that Emma placed earlier on.
I don't think she placed it there. I think she just lost it there.
Well, the plot demands that it be found.
Yes. It'd be make more sense if it was on the ground, though, considering it's a decent-sized amulet.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so, yeah, just before the demon eats Emma,
Yeah.
Sundry
So
manages to cut the head off.
I just thought I heard someone knocking at my door.
Yeah, Sundry manages to cut the head off
Also,
the demon. But you missed the part where, like, Ray dove in front of the demon and shot it in the eye. Pretty impressive shot.
Yeah, but that's the blind demon, isn't it?
No. No. It's the big demon that we're talking about. They shot.
Oh, okay.
Shot in the eye.
I'm getting my demonies mixed up.
Yeah, it's easy to do so. So yeah,
Yeah.
So like Emma and everyone else has found Sunju and Majika, and they're like, "We need your help." But before they get a chance to explain anything, they hear a giant explosion happen. In fact, a whole bunch of explosions, because Norman loves bombs at this point. He's just bomb crazy. And, like, so the demons start mutating and degenerating. And, like, attacking other demons. Like, they're losing their mental capabilities. And, like, one of them has, like, a daughter, and the daughter's like, "No, don't!" And then, right to the neck.
It starts eating her, and I do not mean it that way. I mean literally just takes a bite out of his own daughter.
Yep. The good old snack. Snack bites. Yeah, so the demon is like the village is in ruins, and like the blind demon shows up, and it's like, what's going on? Like, he hears demons degenerating, and like, so the he like runs in looking for his granddaughter, and the granddaughter's also looking for him. It's like, and they find each other. It's like, okay, how is this important to the story, really? So yeah, Norman shows up with a sword. And he's ready to do the classic old stab through the back. He's about to become a backstabber. And then the old demon calls out to his granddaughter. And there's a slight surprise in what name comes out of his mouth. You want to tell them?
Yeah. Called Emma, but spelled backwards.
No.
No, you see, it's a lowercase e cap lock a.
Ah. You douche. So yeah, like the old demon and his granddaughter hug, and the girl's like starts growing some hands out of her head.
Well, there were horns at first, and I was like, oh no.
No, it's a
They're
bunch of hands.
Like in Rick and Morty, those alien men and women, the
Cronenberg.
Gazorpazorps. They got the hands.
Yeah.
Their ears up.
Where's your hands? There's your hands.
Yeah.
I cannot believe I remembered that part of that episode.
Oh yeah. And Rick just does the fart, and the whole civilization stops.
Yeah. So but yeah, the little girl's mutating, but the old demon isn't. It's like, Norman's surprised that he's not mutating. And like Norman goes to like attacks him, but the demon the old demon's put his hands out to stop the attack, and it's he's now bleeding from his hand, and it's gives some of his blood to his daughter Emma.
Oh, Dema.
Demma.
Demon Emma. Dema.
Demon Emma. And by the drinking of blood, she turns back to normal. So the old demon is similar to Majika. And he's Norman's still getting shocked by just one thing after the other. And he's I know I need to kill demons as much as I can with as little time I have left. And he prepares to kill the old demon and Emma. But Emma shows up alongside Ray and Majika and Sunju. They're like, what the hell are you doing, Norman? We do get a visual of a young Norman in that moment as well.
Well, he's not young anymore. He's grown up.
Yeah, and Emma's
mentally at least.
Emma's just yeah, we're not gonna leave you behind this time. And that's how the episode ends. I know that because I literally watched it right before the podcast.
I know, that's our job. It's what we do.
No, as in right before the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, that's really it. Next week we have only 3 episodes to get through. And then we're finished with Promised Neverland. I hope they do a sort of prequel thing. Because it's a good idea to do something like that.
They can call it the Neverland Promise.
Anyway, with that terrible joke, we're going to have to end the episode here. Links will be in the description to both of my channels and both of Bailey's channels, along with his newest channel.
I haven't set up the channel yet. I'm just getting everything
still
ready.
Not set up yet?
Almost. It's gonna be ready by the 31st of October.
Yeah. Links. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so your next video comes out. A ding, a ding, a ding, a ding.
Dong, dong, dong.
You missed one, didn't you?
Dong.
I'm Mad Scientist. Mad Scientist out.